Good morning. Hi, welcome back. If it's your first time here on my channel, welcome. This is where you belong. Now, I want to talk today about something that's pretty painful, and it's vulnerable, so stick with me. I want to talk today about friendlessness in adult life in the modern world. Now, I personally have been seeking friends for a long time. Now, I haven't been doing every single thing to get friends. Like there's more I could do on a regular basis, yes, but it is so different than it used to be when I was younger. Not only that, but like I live in a totally completely different area as well. So, I moved from the West when I was 16, but where I was raised never left me. You know how it is. Psychologically, you become developed during the years in which you're raised, and I was raised my whole life until 16 out west, and the culture is very different there. Social attitudes are different. The climate, the government, everything is different there. And coming out here has been a major adjustment. Guys, I'm still adjusting. I live now in the east, not the coast, but the east, in the suburbs of DC. And it is so, recently we are considering moving to Texas because it's somewhere that's not super far from here, which is important to my husband. He grew up here. And then, but it's more West culture. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's different. Where I come from, people would be outside more. People would have families. People would try to live within their means or under their means so that the mom could be home with the young children. There was much more of a family focus. I come from a LDS dominant, or I guess it would seem LDS dominant. I think it's dominant. Anyways, LDS influence over there is great. And I was raised LDS. And if you don't know anything about LDS people or Mormons, they prefer to be called LDS. They are incredible at creating community. They are incredible at keeping community. And they are very family focused. So those were values I did not know that I held until I became a married woman who wanted to have children of her own. And then the stark differences between the culture that I live in now, which is very economy, very political, very economic driven, very like people move here for residencies and government contracts and stuff like that. It's and some of them have families, but lots of them choose not to, or they have their family sort of outsourced, where the kids are in daycare or some kind of summer camp or whatever it is. It's not like the traditional mom spends most of the time with the kids, and then dad tries to spend his off time with the kids. It's not like that here. And I know there's some people like here that are like that, and areas differ, but it is very different from the area in which I'm from. Okay, there is a very strong community where I'm from. Here it is really, it's really divided. It's very divided between different groups of people. Even like recent immigrants or not recent immigrants, everybody tends to stick with their own comfort zone of people that are like mostly similar to them in like one aspect or another, whether it be the job or the company they associate with or the country they came from or the religion that they're a part of. It's very divided here. Anyways, so making friends in this kind of environment has been super difficult. Add on top of that, being a stay-at-home mom and being a sober person, and being somebody who practices natural health and wellness, Oh my gosh, it's been so difficult. Excuse me. So in the past, I'd had friends like that I had made at work or when I was in the military at drill. And these were, friends of circumstance. Like I had some good friends, I had some friends, but they were friends made based on where I was, right? It wasn't like I found my soulmate best friend. I found this awesome friend group that we had amazing chemistry and some similar values that kept us together. These were people that I was friends with because we were in the same place at the same time. That's how it tends to work here. Like I said, very divided. So people stick with their own, whatever group they're in at the time. So, yeah, I had made friends like that in the past. And now that I'm a stay-at-home mom though, dude, it is so isolating and alienating. Especially since being a stay-at-home mom in this area and in modern times is not as it's not seen as, it's not like popular. It's not very common anymore. And with the technological advancements and stuff, it has become, oh my gosh, it's something you have, oh, it's so hard to describe the feeling. It's like I go to take my kids to the park, right? Nobody's there. And I feel like, okay, could they just be using a TV as their outlet or like a tablet or some kind of like electronic technological outlet instead of going outside because it's easier and more convenient? I think that's something that I've used from time to time. So it's certainly a possibility, right? And then I think of the fact of like, okay, what's like the percentage of stay-at-home moms in this area? How many kids do people have per, family, whatever? All those things weigh into this. And the fact of the matter is I'm just completely, I'm a fish out of water. And I'm not very compatible with the area I live in. So we are considering different places to move currently. But it does not take away how much it sucks to just not have friends in this day and age. I do have some friends, but it's very like they either live really far away. Oh my gosh, that's most of them. So getting together is difficult, if not impossible. Or they went back to work, or gosh, I'm just like drawing a blank as to what happened. Or I moved, and so it's not convenient, whatever. But finding friends as a modern stay-at-home mom, how in the hell do you do this? You go to the playground, okay, cool. Like, but just because you both gave birth or you both have a child at the current time doesn't mean that you have anything in common besides that, besides your biological function. I mean, it's I've tried many times to make friends at playgrounds, and it's possible, but it's not ideal. And then play groups and stuff like that. There's after COVID, there haven't been a super lot, and when there have been some, they kind of fizzle out. And I've thought of running my own when I can stick to a schedule and I can actually commit so people can count on me. I'm going to do that. But how else? Like, I'm not from this area. I don't know people here. And besides like me just like leaving, at bedtime or before bedtime, after bedtime, whatever, to go like take a class and hope that there's somebody there that I jive with, like, I'm not sure what to do. And it just sucks. Like, it sucks to always walk down the street and like I'm very typically the only woman, the only person with a child during the day in my neighborhood. And it's you're just alone. And like I see guys doing construction, cool, good for you. Where are the other people? Like, where are, I don't know. It's a very jarring experience. And so I was wondering, do you all have a similar experience? Is this a modern thing? Is this a location thing? Do I need to join a cult? Like, do I need like, like a community? I've thought of joining like an intentional community. There's this um, group that does like, they track like communities and what like they value and stuff to like hook people up with like, oh, maybe you could join this community, whatever. I thought of doing that. I've tried doing like the whole scouts meetup and stuff. We used to do free forest school, but they shut down during COVID for what, don't ask me about their logic. There is none. That would have been a really nice outlet because it's people that value being outdoors with kids. Same with the scouts thing, but I have never heard back from the people. Like, I don't know where they're holding their meetings or anyways. Like, I say all this just to say, like, if you're struggling with making friends as a modern at-home mom, you're not alone. I've heard from other moms too across the country that is how difficult it is. And also how difficult it is to maintain friendships. Yeah, and I'm going to do another video too on how I was raised and why it's difficult for me to maintain friendships, but that is for another time. And that's specific to me. And maybe if you can relate to that, check it out. I'll put it out next. But yeah, if you're having a hard time making friends or establishing community, that's what motherhood empowerment is going to be about moving forward. Like, that's what the things I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to keep updating you on what's working, what's not working, where I am, what's going on, what you could try, whatever. Because this is really important. Like, if you decide to stay home and do this incredibly important job, but then you're so isolated and alone that you feel like you're going insane, and you consider, is it worth it? I mean, it shouldn't be like that. There should be many outlets for us. It should feel simple. It should feel straightforward. And we should have to be choosy about which community to join because there's so many different, or groups or whatever, right? So anyways, stick around for updates. Let me know if you struggle with a lack of friendship and community and sisterhood in the modern day and age. And let's see what we can do about it.